Hey train friends, welcome back to another catalog review. This one is for the Lionel 2022 Catalog Volume 1. And as you can see, it has the 1218 Class A on the front, which we knew was coming. So let's get into it and check this catalog out. So first thing that's going to be new is this Lionel Base 3 and Cab app. So there's a new base that's going to be replacing the Cab 2 and the legacy remotes, unfortunately. And there is also this new Cab 3 app, which looks very similar to the iCab app, if you're familiar with that. That's what uses the current Lionel Wi-Fi system. And apparently this app will be able to be purchased and run off of the current Wi-Fi system if you have one already for $29.99 later this year. Or they're going to give you a code if you buy the new base to download this for free. Cool thing about this base is basically it allows you to run all these types of locomotives all in one base, and I guess the reason why they're making these mainly is because they can't get the parts for the Legacy 2 Cab 2 remotes. So they came up with this alternative, and I'm going to let Dave Olson explain it better than I can. So let's watch this video.
For nearly 3 decades, Lionel has led the industry in remote-controlled trains. This evolution meant enthusiasts were no longer tied to standing at a stationary power supply to adjust train speed or activate sounds. Instead, the operator was free to walk around the layout while having full control of their railroad empire. In 1995, Trainmaster Command Control, or TMCC, was introduced, allowing users to control trains wirelessly. This system brought many new innovations to Lionel Trains, including additional sound features, train lash-ups, electrocouplers, and more. Then, in 2006, the legacy system was brought to life, greatly expanding upon TMCC with finer speed control, additional sound and lighting options, and a more intuitive handheld remote, giving the user feedback as to what was going on with their trains. Now, in 2022, Lionel is proud to introduce the next evolution of model train command control, the Lionel Base 3 and the Cab 3 smartphone app. The Base 3 brings control of all Lionel engines into one controller, bridging the gap between Legacy and LionChief. Now by using the Base 3, you'll be able to control any Legacy, TMCC, LionChief Plus 2.0, LionChief Plus, LionChief, or FlyerChief locomotive, using the controller of your choice. The Base 3 can interface with the Cab 1L or Cab 2 remotes, or, using its built-in Wi-Fi, can interface with the all-new Cab 3 app for Android or iOS smart devices. Thank you for watching this video on our new train control technology. Lionel is proud to announce this new system, and we hope you'll enjoy putting it to work on your railroad empire. We look forward to the future of this great hobby as we continue to push the boundaries of new product development.
All right, so there you have it. That's the new Cab 3 base, and comes in retail price of $499.99. And as you can see here, it has all these cool indication lights on it and these sliding switches for the Wi-Fi and all those different things, and the push buttons in the front for the WPS Wi-Fi Connect, channel selector. It's got a power switch on the back, your cord, it's built in. This is your single post with your wire that goes to your track for your legacy and running the trains, giving it the signal. Then you have 3 ports for the LCS control, USB connector, and you can also still put in your orange memory modules that came with older legacy engines and program in your engines that way. And then as you can see here, they're advertising the Legacy Cab 1 remote, and those are $164.99. So you can still get those, but you cannot get the Legacy 2 remotes anymore. Alright, so this is just kind of an overview of the app. So this is going to be the updated Cab 3 Bluetooth app, which looks like you can select more than one engine at once. You can select up to 3 locomotives. And then this is the more advanced version with the for the command base. Alright, so moving along to the locomotives. We're in O scale, of course. Vision Line. This is the new Vision Line, Class A. Lionel announced this at one of the previous York shows, so we knew it was coming, and here it is. And there's several different versions, as well as passenger cars to go with it. The special feature, in quotation marks, that was hyped up was all but this special 4-digit addressing. Wow, okay. So they really hyped that up, and kind of a bit disappointed about that special feature. But anyways, these engines have whistle steam, safety steam, the speakers in the the locomotive and the tender, and they are $1,299.99. So you have the 1218 excursion version here, which that one's going to be probably the most popular. And then you have a 1200 prototype, the 1238, and then flipping the page to the next screen here. Well, actually, before we do that, let's do this real quick. Let's take a quick look at the video that we have for the 1218.
The Norfolk and Western was a railroad run by railroaders. From the top down, the company was deeply committed to engineering the most efficient and reliable transportation network possible. This was reflected in the physical plant, the rolling stock, and most memorably, the motive power. Part of the great trinity of steam, the Class A was perhaps the greatest symbol of what made the N&W great. Versatile, powerful, fast, and above all efficient, the A became a standard against which all other steam locomotives and even diesels would be judged. Modern in every aspect, the A's were choice power for N&W's fast freights, but could dig in on a coal train or pick up a mail run just as easily. Coupled with high utilization thanks to the N&W's maintenance programs, the A could handle anything and was always ready to go. An operating department's dream come true. Like the N&W, Lionel prides itself on pushing the limits of model trains and making dreams come true. What could be a more perfect marriage of these dreams than a Vision Class A? In order to bring you the best features possible, the Vision A was newly designed from the rails up and built from all new tooling. Multiple detail variations showcase the changes in the A's from the first prototypes to 1218's excursions. Exciting features of these models include legacy and Bluetooth control, legacy rail sounds with speakers in both the locomotive and tender for the ultimate sound experience, road number specific crew dialogue, die-cast locomotive and tender bodies with brass details, fan-driven smoke, whistle steam, safety valve steam, kinematic tender drawbar for closer coupling, force coupler effect for automatic labor adjustments, and of course you'll get all the other great standard legacy features you've come to expect. But there is one more exciting and all-new feature to this Vision locomotive that opens new doors to the way you'll run trains. The Vision Class A is the first Lionel locomotive to be equipped with 4-digit addressing. That's right, with Lionel's newest technology, you're no longer limited to 99 locomotive addresses. Not just great for big collectors and clubs, the convenience of 4-digit addressing makes remembering a locomotive's control number so much easier, even on small layouts. This feature can only be accessed when using the new Cab 3 and Base 3. To learn more about the Base and Cab 3 and all of their great features, check out pages 4 through 9 in our embedded video in the Lionel 2022 Volume 1 catalog. And see your Lionel dealer to place your order for the new Vision A of your choice today. Like all Vision locomotives, these are built to order and will be sought after in years to come.
All right, so there you have it. That's the information on the Class A. And if that locomotive looked a little crusty, it's because that was a 3D printed version that they have currently in the video. So the actual model, when it's released, will look a lot better than that. All right, so here's some more versions. There's a World War II version, post 1945, an LCCA exclusive. You have the N&W pilot, and then you have this interesting what if passenger scheme. Looks like it's got the 611 striping on it. So there's the Class A's, and then the next thing here is the Vision Line horse cars. So these are pretty interesting. These are going to have rail sounds in them, and they're going to play different dialogue when stopped and everything. They come in at $369.99. And I'll tell you what, this Pennsylvania one really irks me because why would they do this chocolate roof and the green trucks? Not too many people have Pennsylvania passenger trains with that color consist. I would have rather seen black trucks and a black roof with the Tuscan. And if you want to quill a horse, you can quill a horse with your horse car, with a Santa Fe, the Railway Express Agency, Southern Pacific, the Louisville and Nashville, or the Canadian Pacific. So there you go. Next are the Vision Line stock cars. And these have pig sounds, which is pretty cool. And this one looks pretty neat to me. It has this cool Pig Palace logo on it. And this is just showing you one car, but it does have 3 in the set. And they're $449.99. Ugh. So it really bothers me that they did this. I would rather have seen just to be ability to purchase one car, like a Vision Line car for like $175. That's it. And honestly, I would have rather seen an extra horse car, like a stock car with horse sounds in it, not one of these things back on this other page. So anyways, this is what we got. We got Vision Line stock. I'm just being honest, guys. Vision Line stock car 3-packs, ATSF, Northern Pacific, Swift, Union Pacific, New York Central, and Baltimore, Ohio. Just if you want to quill a pig and quill a horse, it's going to cost you like $800, give or take. It's nuts. All right, Legacy Steam. Here we go. Now we got the MTH Tolling 210-4s. And Lionel has their own tolling for a 210-4. So this is the, I guess, Santa Fe version. And there's different options, including the Santa Fe's over here on the left. The What If Pennsylvania scheme. These do have whistle smoke. I'm honestly not so sure about this. You guys know I'm a Pensy fan. I don't know if I would get that or not. $1,749.99. Jeesh. Anyways, there's 2 Kansas City Southerns, and then you got this cool looking Santa Fe black bonnet. These operate on 072 curves, and they are 30.5 inches in length. They come with 3-position smokestacks, and like I said, they have whistle steam. All right, next up are the Berkshires. I'm going to try to speed this up, guys. I don't want this catalog review to be a half an hour long. So the Berkshires, this is like the older style Berkshire, I guess. These are $1,599.99. They operate on 054 curves, 26.5 inches in length. You have the Boston and Albany, the Boston and Maine, Tennessee, Alabama and Georgia, Southern Pacific, Santa Fe, and the Chicago and Northwestern. And these do have whistle steam as well. All right, here we go, some more Atlantics. These also have whistle steam and all the other legacy features. And these look pretty good. They're coming in a bit higher than some of the previous Atlantics and engines of this size at $899. You have the Boston and Maine, the Missouri Pacific, Wabash, Southern, New York Central, and the New Haven. All right, next up are the 060s. This is also new tolling from MTH. There is these do not have whistle smoke. If you notice, they are not advertising whistle smoke because they cannot fit it into this small package. It's too much to fit in that small locomotive body. You have Bethlehem Steel, Frisco, New York Central, the Pennsylvania, which that one sort of interests me. I wish it did have whistle steam. I understand why they can't have it. Again, these are $799. And here is the Strasbourg 31, and I know a lot of people are going to be unhappy about this tender type, and the logo is incorrect for that engine, but that's what you got. So there's the Terminal Railroad Association of St. Louis and the Washington Terminal. So there are your 060s. Next up are the 040s. You have the Bethlehem Steel, Baltimore and Ohio, the Long Island Railroad, the Pennsylvania, and the Army. So honestly, these kind of surprise me because the detailing on these doesn't look so great. I don't see like any cab windows in here. It just looks like old tolling to me. And I get it that they're priced at $6.99, which is still a decent amount of money. These do not have whistle steam. They operate on 031 curves. They're 17 inches in length. So there's your 040s. I wish these were the MTH tolling, to be honest. The MTH tolled A5s would have been nice to see. All right, so you got legacy diesels here, all the standard legacy features. And first up, this is an MTH tolled previous X tolling RS27. You have the Alco, the Conrail, the Sioux, the Green Bay and Western, Chicago and Northwestern, and then a Penn Central. These are $599.99. Looks like you can get a matching unit to go with these. They operate on 031 curves, and they're 14 and 7/8 of an inch long. And then here we go is a newly tolled SW1. These are coming in at $549.99 for this little tiny switcher. The price is going up on these. The SW last catalog or 2 catalogs ago, they were SW8s were like $499.99, just for reference. Anyways, here's the Flambeau paper, and then up here is the Baltimore and Ohio, Conrail, Burlington and Northern, Southern Pacific lines, and then you have the Turtle Creek. And the Turtle Creek is a local railroad here in Pittsburgh. So that's pretty cool. They're doing some short lines. All right, so next up are the ES44s. We've seen these again, but these are pretty cool looking. This one's going to be pretty popular. The BNSF Heritage MTH did their rendition of that. These come in at $699.99. And let's see here. They go the BC Rail, the EG and A, the Armed Forces with that's a pretty cool looking one with the black camo. And then you have the Canadian Pacific, the Wisconsin Central Heritage, and the Illinois Central Heritage. All right, moving along. SD40-2s. The SD40-2s look pretty good. They have 054 minimum radius, 19 inches in length. They are $649.99. And if you notice, they have the Union Pacific Desert Victory, which is a bit more, I guess, due to the paint difficulty. It's $699.99. That one's definitely going to be popular. And it's pretty cool. They have that one. They have Savage. They have the Maersk Sealand. They have the Louisville in Indiana, which looks like a Pensy scheme, sort of, with the Keystone logo there. And then you have the Burlington Northern and the Spirit of 76. And they do have kinematic pilots, by the way. One thing I'm noticing real quick before I switch pages is I'm seeing ditch lights on this one, the Savage, the Maersk, and the Louisville in Indiana. I don't see ditch lights on the others, so I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything about ditch lights here, so we'll wait and see. These are awfully interesting. So these are Canadian Pacific veterans units that should have been SD70 ACEs, to be honest, so they're a little weird seeing them on SD90 Max, but those are there, $649.99. Keep moving along. More of them, Canadian Pacifics. You have I guess this is a Norfolk Southern Union Pacific patch, Rio Grande, Electromotive. Anyways, in my opinion, these should have been SD70 ACEs. They do have ditch lights. They now operate on 036 curves. You have next the F40PH, and those come in at $629.99. And you got a few different schemes there: Phase 3, Phase 5, Phase 4, and then the veterans. And you have passenger cars to go along with those, matching packs coming in at $899 for 4 cars, or $449 for 2, or $399 for the Station Sounds Diner. Man, if you want to make up a whole train, You better dig deep. All right, so CSX business train. That's pretty cool looking. More passenger cars. Yeah, same thing, different paint scheme. Ski train. Here's a ski train, same price, $629 for the locomotive, and then all the passenger cars and the power car and the station sounds diner. And that's pretty cool. It's like a nice bright color. Here we have the cabbage. So this is a non-powered unit that has all of the standard features of a legacy engine, which have the strobing ditch lights and no sound. So it just has the lighting, and I guess you can fire the couplers, and they are $499 for no motor. Wow. Okay. F7 AA sets. Here we have the Santa Fe. It's coming in at $1199.99. Pretty cool looking scheme with a blue stripe. The Lehigh Valley. These operate on 031 curves. They do have both engines are powered. One will have sounds, one does not. You can get the Super Bass B unit powered separately. $599.99. All right, next are some more F7s. The Sioux, the Union Pacific, and the Southern Pacific. And then we have this really actually beautiful F9 AB set, and the Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western scheme with the orange and I guess it's like a pink fuchsia color. And you can get the matching passenger cars, and that's a pretty neat looking set, to be honest. And then you have the Reading and Northern down here in the bottom left. And here is a cool set that I like a lot. This is the Bessemer and Lake Erie ore car train set. This comes with the F7s and 12 ore cars. That's a lot of ore cars, and then a caboose. And that is $1,599. Ouch. Yeah. Or you can just buy the locomotives up here. You can just get the F7 AB set for $1149.99. Or you can get all of it if you want to have it all. And you can also get 6 packs of ore cars for $199, which actually isn't too bad. All right, next up is the Union Pacific Rocket Booster Train set. And this is a major train set. Holy moly. This comes with an ES44 and 6 standard O box cars, 5 heavy-duty flat cars with loads, and you can see the loads can assemble this huge rocket here, which is pretty cool, 30 inches tall. And it even has this passenger car at the end. So, but you can buy these separate if you don't want the locomotive. And we did a little math here, and I think it comes out to be about $350 less if you buy all of the cars without the locomotive. So it's almost a no-brainer. Just get the set. Set comes with the engine and all the cars. It's $1,699. There it is. All right, so next up is this Black River and Western Excursion set. It comes with a little switcher and 3 passenger cars for $1,099. Yikes. For a little switcher and 3 passenger cars. And then down below you have Norfolk Southern 40th anniversary set. It is, jeez, $1,299 for an engine, 3 cars, and a caboose. I get it that the car here has like the illuminated flag on it, whatever, but I'm not real crazy about that set. I'm just going to be honest. All right, so you have more wood coaches. We saw these in the last catalog. You can get 2 cars for basically $449. These are ex-MTH tooling. I do like the awnings on the back of the observation car. Those are nice looking. But these are really nice cars. I have some MTH versions of these, and they are really, really detailed. They're probably the nicest passenger cars you can get in O scale. Here's some more Southern Chapel, the Chapel car. That's pretty interesting. And then the Wabash. Next up are 2-bay hopper 2-packs, N&W, Pensy, Pennsylvania Coal and Coke. Then you get this Bureau of Mines passenger pack. Up here we have West Penn Power, Westmoreland Coal, and Virginian Coal cars. They are $199.99, $200 for 2 cars. And then you have the coil cars. It says new tolling. I believe this is MTH tolling from my guess. I'm pretty sure that this is MTH tolling. These operate on 031 curves. Bethlehem, BNSF, Union Pacific, Reading, Ferromex, and Conrail. And then on the next page, you have more of them. You have these ones here with the graffiti. I'm not sure why they keep doing graffiti, because it seems like the graffiti hasn't been so much of a hit with Lionel, but I don't know. Maybe these will be a hit. Who knows? They're $129.99 for the graffiti ones. How much were the other ones? $119.99 for 1 car. Jeez. Okay, that's a lot. My gosh. All right, so then we have Husky stacks, and I thought the last ones were a lot. These ones are $169.99 for 1 car. And there's your options. Enough said. And more with graffiti. And soak it in, because that's what they are, and I'm not interested in them. All right, so the illuminated flag box cars are having some new paint schemes. They're $159.99. A lot of people complain that the LEDs are not very bright, which they're not very bright, but when you turn the lights on, you can see them. This Desert Victory one looks pretty cool. Over here on the right, we have the opening end door box cars. They're $114.99, $115 for 1 opening door end door box car. There's your options. Enough said about those too. All right, so new tolling for the bobber cabooses. That's basically looks like an MTH tolled bobber caboose. A few different options. This one looks pretty interesting. The U.S. Military Railroad, and these are $120 for a bobber caboose. So there's a Strasbourg one. I know the Strasbourg fans will like that one, but those are a small caboose, $120. And then over here we have bay window cabooses. Looks like these ones match all those. The 90 Max, if you want to have a matching train. Then you have some rotary gondolas. Those come in at $309 for a 4-pack. That's, I guess, slightly better. Then you have some more ore cars here. I'm not going to go over every single one of them, but you can get different road names and such. 6-packs. Then you have standard O center beam flat cars, bulkhead flat cars, standard O insulated box cars, and flat cars with stakes. All right, we're moving into traditional O gauge. I may go fast just because, like I said, I want to keep this review as short and to the point as possible. So first up are the Pacifics. They're $649.99. LionChief Plus 2.0. Man, that's a $650 LionChief 2.0 engine. There they are. And some more. You got Hudson's over here. New York Central, UP, Santa Fe, Lionel Lines, and then you have a $500 GP20 that's 2.0, Santa Fe, Milwaukee, Conrail, and Burlington Northern. And then this is definitely an MTH tolled product, is the Doodlebugs, and they are $399.99. They are LionChief Plus 2.0, Santa Fe, Union Pacific, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, and then Pennsylvania. I kind of like that one. $400. I don't know. Decisions to make. All right, and then over here we have some interesting looking Genesis celebrating the 50th anniversary of Amtrak, and actually these are pretty nice. They're $549.99. They have, it says they have ditch lights, and these are basically the same looking engines that came out in the Atlas O Premier line, and you can get them, I guess, slightly cheaper here with some matching cars. I'm not sure. I haven't done a price comparison, so don't quote me on that, but I think they're slightly less. And here's a train. You can get the whole set for $999. That comes with the engine and 3 cars. $1,000 for a LC 2.0 set. Some more matching cars. These are coming in at $400 for a 2-pack. It is pretty cool. They have lights on the ends and everything. Strobe lights. Those are pretty cool. And then here is a Pennsylvania S2 LionChief 2.0 set that is $750. It says it's new S2 locomotive tooling. So I believe this is probably, I don't know, maybe MTH rugged rails or something that they got the tooling from, but I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me, but it kind of looks like it. Then we have the Pennsylvania Limited 2.0 Berkshire set, $879.99, and then below it we have the Nickel Plate Road 2.0 Berkshire Fast Freight set, also $879.99. And then we have all your Thomas and Friends, the Sodor line, Christmas sets, and Toy Story, and Disney's Pixar Monsters Inc. Frozen 2, that's a popular set. And then you have the John Deere items on this page. Looks pretty good. And then you have the Harry Potter Hogwarts set. I'll tell you, this is probably one of the most underrated sets that Lionel has. It's a really nice set with the locomotive and the cars, and you can get the Dementor's coach with it if you're into Harry Potter. I've got a Hallows Eve limited set there with some Halloween stuff. A Halloween General, a Halloween Doodlebug with spooky sounds, and some more Halloween items, a TMCC speeder. And then you have some plug and play accessories and some water towers and beacons there. And then also, and then also we have the NASA liftoff set. Sorry about that. And the Anheuser-Busch LionChief 5.0 set. Looks like Lionel got the tooling for the breweries. That was probably announced in the last catalog. I'm not sure, but here's all the Anheuser-Busch cars and accessories. Then you have the Great Locomotive Chase Deluxe LionChief Bluetooth 5.0 set. 2 locomotives for $600. Matching cars. And then over here we have the Lionel Lines Mixed Freight set, the Union Pacific LionChief Flyer set, Pennsylvania Keystone LionChief Bluetooth 5.0 set. That one's $369.99. Graffiti LionChief Bluetooth 5.0 set. More graffiti. I'm surprised by all the graffiti, guys. And then we have an emergency response LionChief set, and a fire station, and an accidental tank car spill. That's pretty cool. And then we have the Santa Fe Superliner LionChief set, $499.99 for that set, matching cars you can get to go with it. And then the Army Freight LionChief Bluetooth 5.0 set, and these have some matching cars as well. Comes with a, looks like an RS3. Yeah, it's an RS3 locomotive. All right, this is pretty cool. Here we go. Some 44-tonners. These come in affordably at $249.99. No smoke, but it does say operating headlights, and the couplers are operating as well. A few different paint schemes. You have the Dash 8s. Anyways, I've zoomed in on the pen, so I kind of like that. But there's Dash 8s over here for $279.99. Then you have the U36Bs for $249.99. A couple of trolleys. You have the Trippy trolley for $129.99, and it has some color changing LEDs underneath. That's pretty neat. Pretty groovy. All right, and then we have the Looney Tunes cars and the Batman's cars. The Angela Trotta Thomas locomotive series, and those actually look really nice. I think those are really nice looking cars. Then you have the clash between Ford and Chevy over here. You have some beer cars with Molson, and then you have the Wings of Angels, and these can be a little saucy. So you got some nice looking cars there. You can be proud to be American here on 1776, or you can do your battle in honor, and you can get a 4th of July car that's cool to have for one day with some LEDs in it. And I'm trying to zoom back out of here, and it won't do it. All right, there we go. All right, so over here we got the continuing President series. And then on the right, we have Historic Railroad Collection. That's pretty neat. And you can get some personalized cars, Christmas items, Polar Express sets. Those are pretty standard. They have a new Polar Express trolley for $109.99. You have some scale size Polar Express cars. You can get a Vision reindeer car. I'm sure you can quill your reindeer in their bells, something like that. Some standard sized Polar Express cars to match your ready to run sets. And then more Polar Express items over here. And continuing Polar Express accessories. And more Polar Express accessories. And then you have a Disney Christmas set. Then you have the Christmas Express set. The Christmas Light Special set. That's pretty cool. It looks like it has some LED lights in the cars, and looks like it's going to come with your LED lighted Fast Track, which is really cool. And then you have the Winter Wonderland Express set. Christmas assorted items. You have a Christmas Doodlebug. That's pretty cool. And then a Christmas General and a North Pole trolley. And then you have some more Angela Trotta Thomas items. There's a Angela Trotta Thomas Christmas time hobby store that says the train moves around the layout inside the building. That's pretty neat. We've seen that before in the past from the Lionel Train stores. Here's an assorted selection of Christmas items. They have a North Pole Central Vision reindeer car, so you can quill your reindeer in that one as well. And yeah. So here's some more Christmas items. Christmas barn LED lights on these. That's pretty cool. I like that. And some more Christmas accessories. And you can expand your world with Lionel Plug and Play. Here's all the plug and play items. So you got Ford and Chevy clashing once again. And all the fire trucks and new firefighter figures. You can see they were taking pictures of guys here to get that. That's pretty cool. And some more plug and play accessories, and you can get your bail bonds building or your donuts and coffee shop. These are MTH told, you can tell by the thick sidewalk there. Here's some more old ex-MTH items. These are the Mercantile and Sheriff's Headquarter buildings. And some more over here. Some more items, the barn, train orders building, Tough Guys, and the townhouses and the flower shop. Big Tats Inc., Stumpy Reds, White and Boom fireworks with the fireworks that are going to boom and it's going to smoke. That's going to be pretty neat to see somebody get one of those. I probably won't, but hey, you never know. Plumbing, Dominant Jeans, and the Sofa King and Mattress Furniture Store. Then you have Cowan's Towing. That's pretty cool. I like that. You have a talking passenger station, elevated tanks, and water tanks. All right, so we're getting toward the end here. Here's just basically the end of the accessories, and we're getting into the fast track. And you can see there's bridges and the stations and things you can get to. Some small trackside accessories, crossings, signal towers, telephone poles, light poles, some figures, some new, what looks like railroad signs, roadside signs. And here's your fast track, all your different selections of curve radius you can see on the left there, and then your different switches you can get. Here's some expansion packs, giving you some examples of layout options. And then here's your power and control. You can still get a ZWL transformer for $1,000. And let's see here. This is all the LCS control system components. Some basic stuff like trucks and things here. And I think that's it, guys. Some quick scroll through this last pages here. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this rather long review of the catalog. I tried to go slow and fast all at the same time. If you have any questions, definitely leave in the comments below, or comments, anything you have to say or what have you. But thanks for watching and commenting, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.